back to Crypto Cap. If you are just tuning in, please smash up the like button and let's get started. So with Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin's about to do something amazing. Even though we've been plummeting for the last few weeks, we have had some big milestones nonetheless with Bitcoin and its fundamentals. So guys, Facebook Marketplace about a month ago now said that crypto is allowed back into the advertising space on Facebook. Now, it was banned from Facebook for quite some time, but now it's back on there. Now they've changed their holdings name to Meta, and cryptos have been absolutely booming along with Bitcoin. But like I said, we've had this huge retracement, but we've still had very good news. And also WhatsApp is meaning to have a medium of pay on with Bitcoin. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to hop over to the charts now. Without any further ado, we'll get straight into it. So right now we are seeing on the Bitcoin chart a downward wedge. A downward wedge, if you haven't seen my last video on this exact pattern and what I thought was going to happen, which was a breakout just like this towards the upside. I literally said it in that video, guys, so go check that out. There it is on the top right hand side of the screen. So let's get back into this pattern. So what is the breakout target for these patterns? So how do I work out the breakout target? So with the smaller one here, I'm just going to show you. You get the line tool, you drag it from the top to the bottom of the pattern. The patterns are made up of a lower trend line and a higher trend line here and here. So as you can see, this is the smaller falling wedge here. We'll just get rid of these. This is the smaller falling wedge. So the price target for the smaller one, where it broke out, is around 50, just over 52,000. So just above the previous high, you can see right here. If it gets above that previous high, guys, that means we have a higher high, and higher lows and higher highs. It starts off another trend. This is a downtrend we are in right now, where you can see this line down here, just coming down. So we're in a downtrend, but once we get above this line, and we just have got above this line today, we could see a reversal of trend, guys. Now this is very sorry, guys, trying to get rid of this. Anyway, it don't matter. We can just leave that on there. Oh, it's going to annoy me. There we go. So we've broken out. So what's the target for the upside? Target for the upside for the smaller falling wedge is 52,000, over 52,000. So over that previous high, like we just spoke about. So the breakout target for the bigger falling wedge is 55,000. Now we do have a level of resistance at 53,000 that I spoke about in the previous video. So go check that video out, guys, because that is very important. And we actually get above the 21 simple moving average here. And the 21 super moving average is just at that 49,600 level. But guys, the one thing we normally do when we break out of a rising wedge pattern is we come up. Maybe we test a moving average or a resistance line, and then we come down, and we usually touch to break out. So this is a touch, would just be confirming the breakout, and that's what we call the touch, and then it will go up to further. So if you see it come up, say hit this the smaller target of this smaller falling wedge, and then see it retrace down and bounce off this black trend line just here, the thicker black trend line, you can see that will just be a confirmation of breakout. So don't panic at that point. There will be some people panicking cover, but they'll miss the big spike up, guys. So remember that a lot of time, and this is like 70% of the time, or 70-something% of the time, it actually does come down to retest, guys. So remember that when it does. So, but we've had the whole market, the whole crypto space going up. I am really bullish. I've said I was bullish from the start. I might have had a few bearish videos, but that is only because we have a chance. We had a chance to slip bearish, but at that point it was literally a tug of war game, and we needed the Bulls to be victorious, and the Bulls were victorious. If the Bears took control, however, I would have been covering up my gains at 40,000 and getting covering up my gains at 40,000 and getting out, because that would have been the start of the bear market. But we are not going through a bear market now. Like I've been saying for the last few weeks, a month on this channel, that we have been consolidating at the highs. We have been consolidating at the highs, and there is nothing to worry about. As long as you're patient, like I put on the thumbnail of this video, as long as you're patient, guys, then you will do well in this market. You don't get emotional in this market. If you're trading, you can't really get emotional if you're investing, but if you are trading, try not to let your emotions guard you. There's a saying that I come up with, and it's because that's what it's why 95% of traders fail, right? Is you only see what you want to see. So when people, new traders come into the mix and the price is going up, they buy because they're like, oh, the price is going up, let's buy because it's going to be the next big thing. You believe that and you stick to it and you're biased, right? When you're biased, like I'm a bit biased at Bitcoin because I know that it hedges inflation and inflation's ever going up. So Bitcoin will forever go up because it hedges inflation. But that's my belief. But when you come into trading and you believe that just not Bitcoin, but like just any random stock will go to the moon, then you got to step back, reanalyze it, and think that, hold up a minute, this is on its way up. It's already on its way up, so I should sit out and wait for it to come back down on a dip, right? And a lot of traders fail because they buy when it's going up. And that is our human nature. It's logic to think that things, if they're going up, you want to buy it on the way up. But that is actually the opposite of what you need to think. You need to wait for a dip, get it when it's come down, or get it on its way down, and then when it bounces, maybe you'll be losing for, let's say, 2 weeks. If it's an investment, you might be losing for 2 weeks. But after 2 weeks, because the gains aren't locked in, you're not losing. You haven't lost until you liquefy those gains. You take those gains and you put them in, or you take those losses and you put it in your bank. You haven't lost until you lock the loss in. So if you are sitting on, say, a 50 grand loss right now, which I know a lot of people are, like BitBoy, he's sitting on a 10 million pound loss from the start, but he's still gained. He has still accumulated millions and millions. So he says, stay patient and, don't get emotional, because if you get emotional on the way down, there's no point being in this market. There's no point trading if you're going to get emotional, because if you get emotional when it's down and then you get high when it's up, then you need to really think about being on a level-headed basis. Do not be down when it goes down, and do not be up when it's up, because you can't live a fulfilled life if you constantly gauge your emotions through where the markets are. That's not what any human should do. You should, if you feel like that, take a step away, because I know I've done it. This is the reason I talk about this in these videos, is because I've experienced all this. I've done it. I've been the trader that was constantly losing. But I'm not anymore, because I've learned from my lessons. It's no exact science. The patterns are no exact science. It might have a 63% chance of breaking out of the rising wedge, but it also has a 37% chance of breaking down. You can be wrong. It's not 100% certain. Nothing ever is. Nobody can gauge the markets to 100%, and nobody can tell where the market is going beforehand. Nobody can do that. It's impossible. So you cannot say to yourself, and you cannot trick your mind to say that something's going to the moon. I don't like that saying. If you say something's going to the moon, then it's going to forever go up, right? But just if you think like, yeah, this is going to come down, it's going to go up, but then it's going to come down even harder, then you think, oh, I've got to lock in some gains. I've got to lock in some gains. Maybe preset some limit orders so you can't actually sit there and procrastinate. So anyway, that's the end of this video, guys. Please make sure to smash up the like button if you like this content. And please go watch some of my other videos so the algorithm will boost me up in the YouTube. The YouTube algorithm will boost me up in the search, and I will get more people coming and subscribing to this channel. I want to get to 20 subscribers by the end of January. So let's see if we can do that. Hopefully I can get that many subscribers, guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Take care and peace out.